Okay, so loudness is the human perception of sound. It's how we perceive, it's how we understand what we're hearing. So a cat purring, that's 25 decibels. Normal conversation is between 40 to 50 decibels. A rock concert is 110 to 120 decibels, getting to that threshold of pain. And a jet plane taking off is 120 to 160. So that is pain. That's why sometimes, when people cover their ears when a jet's taking off, because it is loud. It can hurt your eardrums. Frequency and pitch. Frequency is the number of vibrations creating the sound wave that occur each second. So if this, me tapping, is what's creating the vibration, the air molecules moving, that is going to be a higher frequency than that. Frequency is what determines pitch. Okay, how high or low a sound is. It's really, really high, like your voice gets like this, or really, really low. And so high frequency, waves are really close together, lots of waves. So you're going to have a high pitch. Low frequency, the wavelength is farther apart, not as many waves per second. It's going to have a lower pitch. Frequencies that we're heard by humans are 20 to 20,000 hertz. Remember my little beeping video? Yeah. Y'all didn't like that very much. That tells you what the 20 to 20,000 hertz. Okay, page 13. The different parts of the ear. How do we hear? So it has a membrane that vibrates when a sound wave hits it. This vibration is translated into the different sounds you hear. There's three parts. The outer ear. The outer ear is what's going to gather sound and focus it into the middle ear. So all the sound waves are coming. They hit the ear. They hit the outer part of the ear, and it's directing it towards the middle ear. Sound waves travel down the ear canal. They hit the eardrum across the stretch membrane, and the eardrums vibrates at the same frequency as a sound wave. So this is my sound wave. When it hits your ear, it's creating the same vibrations. Okay, you have a picture in your book that shows you these parts. Okay, outer ear as it's coming and it hits right here. They call it the eardrum because it kind of looks like a little drum. If you ever hit a drum, there's something over it. Okay, the middle ear receives and amplifies sound. So it's taking the sound that's coming in and it's making it bigger. It's making it louder so that you can understand it, which is why some people can hear whispering really easy and other people can't. If your ears are a little bit hurt, a little bit damaged, sometimes it's very hard to hear lower sounds. There are three tiny bones that act together to amplify the sound. You have the hammer, the stirrup, and the... Oh, why did I forget this? Hammer, stirrup. Don't need to know. I don't remember that right. I'll get it back to you. Okay, then they go to the inner ear. Inner ear is going to sense those vibrations. So remember, they hit the drum. It started the vibration, and it continued on. You're still keeping the same frequency. You made it a little louder, and now you're interpreting it. When there's little hairs and water in your ear, and when they hit the thing, they start to vibrate. So the amplified sound waves travel into the cochlea, which is the spiral-shaped fluid. Looks like a little snail, the part y'all want to call a snail. Filled with the fluid, the tiny hairs in the cochlea sway back and forth as the fluid vibrates, and then it goes to the auditory nerve, the nerve that goes into your brain. At the base of these hairs sends the electrical impulses to the brain, and that is how we process sound. Three parts of the ear: outer, outside, middle, in. Makes sense if you just think about it. Humans produce sound through their vocal cords. I think that's all. Through use of vocal cords. And that's the folds in the membrane. They're stretched across the larynx, which is the voice box, and it opens and closes. It's located where the trachea, the breathing tube, and the esophagus, the eating tube, diverge. When they split apart, that's where you're going to find the voice box. The pitch of the voice is controlled by the vibrations of the vocal cords. If you have less frequency, high frequency, high pitch, back to what we were just talking about. So tightening or loosening space between the cords and the vagus nerve, which is what's producing the sound. Okay.